it's Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Tarot. I want to tell you about that join button down there next to the subscribe button. Press that button and it allows you to become a member of my channel. Just hit the join button to become a member. And remember, what does it take to fly? Faith, trust, and pixie dust. Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Tarot, and I am here with the final installment of the 50 Shades of Love series. This time it's Shadow Side Karma, Karmic Reward, Karmic Destiny, Karmic Interruptions or Interference, Karmic Contracts, Soul Contracts, anything that has to do with karma in a good and a negative way, I guess, in some cases. So let's just take a deep breath in. Close your eyes, release your breath. Open your eyes. Let your eyes drift to the piles meant for you. This is 1, 2, and 3. And let's begin. Okay, and here we have pile number 1, and this is the Erotic Enchantment Oracle, and let's kind of see what energies you're picking up on in this pile. You have yin and yang, attraction, and bonding, knots and ties. Now we're going to look at this in a karmic way, and so I feel there is a nice bonding energy between, like a red thread, like a twin flame, possibly like a very strong physical, spiritual connection. And this feels like a counterpart kind of energy. It also feels like there's telepathy here. And so let's see what else we have. We have from the night flowers, we have visualization. So this visualizing, this coming in, drawing in this connection. Just wanting you to see a little bit closer. So let's see what you are drawing in. What are you attracting? What are you visualizing? How are you seeing this? Are you seeing this as a good karmic situation or some kind of interruptive energy? Because I feel like only good energy here flowing between you and another person, if that's what you're thinking about. You may not be thinking about another person, but most of the time these love readings have to do with you and a counterpart, and I feel that energy definitely happening here. But you could be connecting with your own sides, your masculine and your feminine side, which is a really good thing too. So this visualization is represented by the flower, the petunia, and it's talking about a time that's approaching when you will receive what you've dreamed of. So be ready. The answer is yes to questions, and you could have extra things to this, added dimensions you hadn't even thought of before. This is goal planning and setting and checking in and resolutions and reorganizations. All of that benefits here with this petunia. This flower helps you to see what is possible and then extend to even higher and bigger possibilities. Your psychic abilities are growing, messages and readings are all indicated that you might find yourself exploring these skills and gifts yourself with positive outcomes. The arts and creative activities, which turn into jobs, are also strongly associated with this flower. So be careful of getting lost in pipe dreams, losing touch with reality, and not putting action into your plans. That's the shadow side. So as far as everything, I feel like with this third reading, we're moving from the shadow into the light. And I'm trying to pull you into the light now and visualize a positive outcome. And in doing so, you have to see the shadow for what it is. Occasionally, sometimes you will believe that something is too good to be true, or a pipe dream, or some kind of doubt creeps in your mind. There are times that this is true, that you can let your mind wander too far without actually taking action towards a goal. Now, when we manifest, when we use the law of attraction and we visualize what we want, we send out this image and this idea and message to the universe. Then we wait, right, for the perfect time, because the universe has that in their hands, and then it's manifested. But in the meantime, things that you can do is put yourself in circumstances and situations for the best possible outcomes. So it's not about just sitting in your room waiting for something to happen, although it still can, but it's also taking positive action by doing charitable works, going out meeting people, taking classes in the arts or whatever you're interested in, things that make you come alive, doing yoga or something, that walking, or things that are just good for your health, good for your feel good energies, things that help you grow and make you feel good about yourself and become all that you can be. And when you keep incorporating these things into your life, that's when this energy starts to be pulled in even faster. So while you're visualizing, while you're in that holding pattern where universe is choosing just the right timing for you, you just focus on yourself and doing the things that you love. And also keep this energy pure and clean and positive, and do your best not to go into doubts. And when you go into doubts, correct it and realign yourself, and listen to solfeggio music, meditation, subliminals, whatever you like, whatever it takes. Take warm baths, hot baths. Just kind of realign yourself, because doubts will creep in once in a while, and your ego, your mind will get in the way, and sometimes also outside influences. Some readings, even some tarot readings, may make you get doubts and that creep in. So just be aware that not everything that you watch and read out there will always be for your best interest and your best benefit. Okay, so we're going to use a little bit of unspoken messages, just kind of to get an energy between you and maybe a person of interest. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit for this, not too far out. Okay. So we have, I catch myself responding to your telepathic messages. That's good. Manifesting through tantric pleasures. It's another thing that you can work on. You can visualize a connection with your person and looking into their eyes, holding on to them, creating that thread that's already there, that connection that's already there, seeing it as in a sensual, sexual way too. But it's not, tantric is not just about that. It's about heightened energies between the two of you in a remote kind of way. So if you can't be together remotely, you can feel each other. And then we have, I understand what you need without you having to say it, which is nice. And my emotions are challenging me to be strong. I block, then unblock you from social media. So there's some kind of the clues that you might fall into with a pattern with your person. And if you see these kinds of things, even from your person and not just from outside sources or within your own mind, your doubts, don't let it trigger you or affect you. Just remember your person, especially if it's a twin flame, is working through their own processes. If it's not a twin flame, but I just feel like a higher level connection here, really, I wouldn't recommend any of this with low level energies, and you, I think, can discern and you know the difference. This bonding one, to me, this is the twin flame of this oracle deck, and you definitely have a connection that's beyond just the regular like 3D connections out there. So, but remember, a lot's going on in the physical world for them and for you. And either way, sometimes you'll have to go into sort of a retreat mode or a quiet time, and that's okay. These things need to be worked out. So I feel like in this reading, pile 1, it's more of the karmic destiny kind of thing. You're meant to be together, and your destiny is to be together, but there's some healing that needs to be worked out. And you have spirit babies in the 5D that want to be born. So, I almost said 3D. So I feel like there could be a future life partner situation here for you guys as well. So that will be nice. Won't that be nice? So yeah. All right, let's see about your tarot. You have the 9 of Pentacles, so your wishes are coming true. And Judgment. With Judgment here, I'm feeling enlightenment, atonement, and we often see karma as something that we have to atone for in a past life, say, perhaps, or earlier in this current life. And just know that Spirit is telling you your atonement, you have completed your cycle, you've completed your karmic debt, whatever that may be, and now it's time for new life. You are welcome now to receive these rewards, to reach out and grab your destiny. And then we have the Star. It's all about renewal, new life, a blend of things, the starlights, the hopes and wishes coming true again, nature, love, night sky. What else am I seeing? Clarity, a vision. With your visualization, there is a clarity coming through. So no longer do you feel in the doubt or in dark. I was going to say in the dark with doubts. You're feeling like everything is coming clear. It's like that song, Now I See You, everything is different. Now that I see you, the Rapunzel song. It's kind of feeling like that energy right there. And then we have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is just pure love. He's a happy love giver. Look at that smile on his face. He's just really, I'm going to zoom in on him a little bit. He's just really happy and feeling like, I think this is emotional balance, contentment, completeness, readiness. Like now the time has come and the destiny can be pulled in. All right, let's see now what your charms have to say. Okay, let's take a closer look. So, look, we have bonds, and then we have this thread That's the red thread of fate. We have tennis, the ball is in your court. It's also the game that has the word love in it, right? The game of love. You have music here, lots of music with the harp and the treble clef, so that represents a musical bond, maybe messages through music. We have the key to each other's hearts. You have the number 5. We have sure and protected. Your bond is protected by spirit, by angels. You have a cornucopia. Your abundance is coming in. Oh, and artistic skills. We did tap into the artist idea here with visualization and the feather. So if you're out and about and you're wanting to get sort of a clue, maybe a yes or no question, you can say, Spirit, give me a sign and drop a feather at my foot if this is a yes. And Spirit will do things like that for you if you're interested. And then you have the heart. This is a heart full of love. This is a very beautiful connection. It's sure, it's protected. It's your karmic destiny, basically. All right, I'm going to move on to the next. Okay, in pile number 2, you have from the Erotic Enchantment, you have Star-Crossed. All right, there's this sense that you're meant to be together, but there's sort of this feeling, energy, kind of like finding each other. I feel with this card, it's kind of a past life situation where you knew each other before, and in this lifetime, you meant to find each other. You're meant to be together, and obstacles can get in the way, whatever they may be. And this, to me, is a karmic soul contract. It's not like the karmic toxic, but the karmic soul contract from a past life trying to be fulfilled. Alright, and we have tenderness here, safe in your arms. Let's look at these a little more closely. So star-crossed and tenderness in your arms together is talking about what once seemed distant or impossible, like you can't even reach each other. In this lifetime, you will reach a physical union. You will be together. So, and you will feel safe and secure about it. It won't be anything that's disruptive or not, unnatural, not meant to be. It's meant to be. It is the right time. And you have the watch here, so I feel like that the timing is now, is this lifetime. Maybe very soon within this year, or maybe within, maybe even by springtime. Yeah, I will see more about that. All right, so let's see what your Flowers of the Night card has to say. And we have Devotion, the Royal Lily. So devotion represents this kind of a depth of connection between you and another person, but it can also represent sides of yourself. Just remember, and also when you come into balance between your masculine and feminine, that's usually when you do start to attract your counterpart as well. Your commitment to something, though, has been noticed. Spirit has seen, and you will reach in a kind of achievement and reward. So I'm getting that this karma reading is about karmic rewards coming to you, and there is completion is within reach, and happiness is indicated, and a cause for celebration. Acknowledgement is forthcoming for the part of you that may have undertaken in a community endeavor or a relationship. So this acknowledgement should lead to fulfillment of plans and dreams. Some will find their perfect match, soulmate, you know, or best friend, or twin flame, which makes life seem very rewarding and much fuller. I do get more of a possible soulmate, because when we're dealing with rewards and you meet somebody and all the karma has cleared from your past life, then it's basically a soulmate energy, because soulmates are sort of reward relationships. You know, the high level soulmates are reward relationships. Now, I'm not saying that twin flames are not a reward relationship, and it is possible to accelerate the process with twin flames, but there's still more work to be done. Usually when you're connecting with the twin flame, you might have healing to do and a little bit more leveling to do before you fully connect with the twin flame to get that same reward feeling, that same. But it's very possible you could be coming in, you know, you could have been doing your work and really now reaching a period of reward. So a promise, okay, see, this is a soul promise. A promise will be honored, and this will bring about a change in a current circumstance. And cycles are coming to their end, and new ones are about to begin. And that's part of the reason why I do this third reading, to kind of bring you from the shadow and into a light, because now we're moving out of the doubts and the fears that were in our shadow world, and we're stepping into the light and looking at it in a positive way and seeing and attracting that which we desire. So our cycles, it's like we've been through these cycles, we've dived into the dark night of the soul, and now we're coming out and becoming rewarded. Dreams are also going to be very important, and what you dream or what you wish for will also be attainable in these present energies. Some of the challenges here, though, could be fear of broken promises, or people not understanding each other's focus or source of happiness. So when you go into those kinds of doubts, like as it may be your person of interest, if that's applicable here, appears to have broken a promise or not being on the same page as you, get out of that thought as soon as you can, and just focus on devoting time to yourself, devoting love back into yourself or community or whatever, because these are just negative energies that are not going to do your relationship very much good. So just relax and release those energies, and then you may come to find that it was just a misinterpretation or misperception of the situation, or that this person maybe wasn't meant for you and a new person's coming in, or maybe that this person just had a little bit of healing left to do, and now you're becoming complete within yourselves. So just have patience sometimes with if a high-level soulmate or twin flame that can kind of occur. I think most high-level soulmates here, though, you won't have to deal with any of that. So if you're in a twin flame situation, maybe a little bit of that will show up before you come into union or reunion. So an affirmation that you can say is, I will stay true to my commitments. If you stay within optimism, your achievement will manifest. It will come to you. All right, so now let's look at we're going to look at the unspoken messages, kind of in a way to see what kind of connection this is. This is, and what your counterpart might be thinking, or what's going on in their world, things that you may not know of. Oops, one at a time, please. When I'm inside your soul, I find true bliss. Okay, so that's very sweet. I feel our energies merging together mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Very nice. I can feel when you are upset with me. We could also get clues of what the karmic situation is here. And there we go. I caught my karmic trying to be like you. So this person, one or the other people or both, could have a karmic partner as well in this mix. So that definitely indicates twin flame, and in that case, I feel like there's going to be some resolution to this situation because your rewards are coming in. I will always find my way back home to you. See, there's a coming home. And I experience sudden familiar energies of our ancient past lifetimes together. I'm like, wow, yes. See, there is this past life together. All right. So let's see what our tarot has to say. You have the Horseman of Pentacles. Oh, isn't he cute? You have Temperance and the Queen of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Let's see. So with these two, the King and Queen of, the Horseman and the Queen of Pentacles, it looks like somebody is coming to bring a gift. It's a giving of a material, tangible item, like a present, a ring, an offer, a proposal, a commitment. We're getting commitment with the devotion. Okay, so something could be going from an ethereal 5D situation into a material physical situation. And with Temperance, it's about patience and timing, and that the two of you blending very well, and also the angels are watching over you. And this is kind of makes me think of the angel of love is in the 5D, working on connections as if in a surprise party kind of way. She's working on bringing in these connections, and just a matter of timing for you guys. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is love, abundance of love, beginnings of love, new love for some of you, or new phase of your cycle for some of you, and also a message coming through. This could also represent a message coming through. So, messages coming through. Let's get a nice big view of that. And there you have it. All right. I feel like, there is a moving towards some kind of commitment, but there is also a beautiful 5D bond here with somebody, and there's nothing wrong with that having to play out for a little while longer until everybody's completely ready. But there is a reward coming in, a reward. All right, let's see what your charms have to say. Ooh, a bunch. So let's get a little zoomed in on that. So we have, all right, so one thing standing out quite a bit is this ring. So there is possibility of a person, a masculine, a male, because this is the ring for the man, okay, because it's big, but it could resonate with anybody. So this to me represents the masculine wedding ring. So taking off a ring or putting on a ring. So this could represent a divorce or a marriage. It could represent a commitment, as in the, definitely it could be like this proposal. But because that's the masculine, it's, it's kind of maybe this is just more like an agreement. Like, yes, let's do this. An agreement on a commitment. Anyway, and then we have pixie dust here. This is the magic coming through. We have safety with the safety pin. We have love. With cupcake, with sweetness, with cupcake is sweetness, just like my kitty cat. And we have date coming through with the candle, with the candelabra. All right, and here we have Saint Margaret, which is saint who came to Joan of Arc, and she also is connected with, what is Saint Margaret connected with? I feel she's connected with the Christ consciousness too. Oh, we have name now. If I can remember, let's go ahead and do name right now. Let's do some letters for you guys. I forgot in that first reading and I feel so bad, so this will hopefully make up for that. Okay, let's see what letters we have. I have I, P, L, pale, dial, like dialing a message. We have, I thought it was like kiss. Diane is here. Anne is here. K. Like a pig, pictures, and a lip. Ooh, something about lips. And like a pact. I was thinking park, but we don't have the R. Dip. Like Diane. Okay, that gives you maybe a few little clues here. Let's keep looking at our charms. So we have ever. We have, it's interesting, we have both ever and Olaf. Olaf is about temporary things, but I feel like maybe this represents that there's a separation that's only temporary and it will dissolve like the snow. And because there's a forever situation. So some things are temporary and some things last forever. We have wedding bells maybe coming through, and a message, an announcement, something, a visitor. Oh, this guy bringing you your ring here. Let's see. So like the visitor on the horse. And then you also have St. Christopher's, the patron saint of travelers. Somebody might be traveling to you. You have four-leaf clover, good luck. So that could represent this month, and also springtime, the moon, like nighttime energies, and also dreams. Music here, you might find a connection through songs or music, or achievements of some sort, artistic achievements. And then you have the anchor, which is stability and like making a home life, and namaste, and ironing things out. So yeah, I definitely think solutions at hand, maybe taking a closer look at things, looking at details. Also, some of you might need either new glasses or something having to do with your eyes or your vision. Visualization too, I feel a little bit here. And also keeping your devotion, your vision of your being together. All right, very nice. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next. I hope you like that. Okay, and here is pile number 3, and our erotic enchantment is surrendering the depth and breadth of my being, and trusting the unknown. So the combination of trust and surrender. I was reading one oracle, and it was talking about how trust and surrender are not necessarily the same thing. Trust is actually kind of more a positive. It's like letting go of expectation and having faith in an outcome without any expectations. Surrendering is the letting go part of it. It is also, it's a little scary. It kind of connotates that I feel like trust could be a little bit more about universe and trusting that everything will turn out just right. And surrendering is a little bit more about faith and trust in yourself and other people, in a sense. But when you totally surrender to someone, or you totally surrender yourself, you're just really being ultimately the most vulnerable you can be. And it's a little scary, but at the same time, it's very fulfilling when you can achieve this place. So I feel like there's a journey here for the trust and surrender aspect of this. This could have, well, I feel like just first you have to trust, and then you can release into the depth of emotions that is surrender. So let's see what else. So your Night Flower card is Influence. So there could be an influence here that keeps, you from surrendering entirely to your current situation. This could be, these readings are intended to be about relationships and love, but it also can be about two sides of your personality, the yin and the yang of you, the shadow and the light, and bringing those two together. So some of this could be your own personal work as well. There are forces, though, beyond your control. So a lot of times, karma can sometimes be used as an excuse for things, but at the same time, karma could be the actual thing, the outside forces that are causing an interruption, because for your own good sometimes, or most of the time. So if you feel like you keep going against the current or the tide or the waves, it's because Spirit is saying, we got this, we have this under control. There is a specific destiny for you, specific outcome for you, a specific way this needs to go down, and you keep wanting it to do it your way, and that's why you're running into all these blocks and obstacles. And so it's better to kind of go with the flow in your case, but it could also help you to steer your direction, and that's good. So these forces beyond your control may be currently steering your direction, and it's not necessarily a negative thing, but it can feel negative, right? You may need to go with the flow for a little while, or reflect on how you can protect yourself in the future from becoming involved in the first place. Things should always be looking up for you when luck slowly turns your way. So know that this is a passing phase, a passing thing. The more you go with the flow, and the more you go with the energy Spirit is providing you, showing you the way, the more you'll feel comfortable. And just know obstacles and challenges are part of your path, and they weren't an accident or a mistake. They were there on purpose for your growth. And now you're going to meet new people or new groups and new situations on the horizon. You could be traveling or experiencing something very different, and general enjoyment are all on the offer, but you need to be ready to step up and jump in. Fate will be playing a very large role in your life. So this is like karmic fate, fate and destiny. And you're reminded that nothing lasts forever, and influences come and go. And this applies to positive and negative outcomes. And in pile 2, we had Olaf, which is the little snowman. And I think of that with snowmen. Snowmen are temporary. They melt when the sun comes out. And you can apply that to bad situations in your life, that this too shall pass. It's only temporary. And if you apply it to positive things in your life, then really savor the good when it's there, because a good, beautiful moment doesn't always last. Like the beautiful moment of a sunset, or the beautiful moment, let's say, of little children playing together, or something like that. That moment is precious, and so focus on these moments. But the thing that will last is the right connection with the right person. I feel like that's a lasting thing that's coming up for you. And your affirmation is, the wheel turns and I work with it. So yeah, there is an influence here of some sort. Let's see if we can get a bigger idea, a bigger picture of who or what's going on. You know, you may be having a karmic situation on your hands here that's keeping some things at bay. Let's see what we have. The truth is, I'm unconditionally and irrevocably in love with you. Very sweet. And ever since I met you, I've been into the supernatural. Interesting. I'm with a karmic partner out of convenience. Okay, so this is not going to resonate with everybody, but for those that do, this is your karmic partner. There is a, not yours, but somebody could be having a karmic influence of some sort. And it may not be a person, it could be just an energy, some kind of energy that creates some sort of blockage here. All right, and let's see what else. No matter the time, place, or circumstance, although it may twist and turn, our red string cannot be broken. So we had a red string 2, the red string of fate in pile number 2. So you could resonate with that one as well. I'm sorry for not responding to your messages right away. Somebody's talking to you. And I'm struggling to fight the dark forces that are keeping me from you. Okay, so I think that's the underlying cause here. There's some kind of force that's this outside influence, whatever the heck it is, that's preventing this connection. And it has to do with some kind of karmic energy, whether it's a person, an influence, karmic things that have to be resolved. It could be that. It could be like some kind of atonement. And remember, when we're dealing with karma and challenges arise, it's all on how we behave with the challenges. So if we get resentful or angry or retaliatory, you're just creating more negative karma for yourself. If you know, I'm not saying that you turn into a doormat, but if you receive the karma with grace, intelligence and wisdom and compassion, and kind of seeing a bigger picture, a bigger spiritual picture, then you're really healing your karmic debt. Okay, so you may be in a karmic debt situation that you're healing from and releasing anything that was seemingly yours because you brought it from a past life. You know, and then this outside energy could actually very well be sort of a higher self from energy too, that feeling like this debt needs to be cleared and cleansed. Or it could be a part of a universal plan to bring you these challenges to help you ascend and evolve and enlighten you. So there's a lot going on here, a lot going on. And if you're tied, let's say, to a twin flame, then both of you have this debt and you're both working with it. So it could be that your person's dealing with more of it than you are, and you're kind of in a suspended period. So all right, let's see what your tarot has to say. You got the Queen of Swords. She's very strict. Look, she's very angry. I feel like this could be a karmic person. Okay, and we have the King of Swords. He also looks a little bit angry. They may look like a perfect match, maybe for people seeing them on the outside. And I recommend magnetize yourself, because she said something like that. Like, a lot of times there's this false sense of everything looks all right on the outside, but it's not really in some of these karmic relationships. And also they could very well feel connected, like they belong together, like they're meant to be together because they have so many common, similarities, but yet they're like very defensive about themselves, like, I don't know, there's just kind of a strange energy between these partners here. They could be also guarding, defending their connection against other people because they're both afraid, they're both afraid to evolve or level up. They're not ready, and the one or the other could be pulling the other one down. So that could be the influence, like, so either way, like if it's a male or female, masculine, feminine, there is a sense that somebody could be getting into somebody else's mind, the other way around, like, and yeah, with swords, we're getting mental energy and mind manipulation, some kind of mental manipulation to believe in something that is maybe not true or authentic. Also, this could, easily be listening to the wrong advice, or taking science too literally too, like when it comes to psychology and things like that, and not going with the higher law of love and the law of attraction and the law of the universe. Those higher energies may not be at play in this relationship. Okay, and then we have the Horseman of Wands. The other thing, okay, so I'm also seeing, like, this could be the third party. This could represent somebody's libido as well. Like there's this strong sexual energy here that somebody has. They are not able to express. They might want to be able to express this part of them, who they are. Also getting that, I'm also getting a kind of a past life energy here of like Arthur and Guinevere and Lancelot, that kind of thing, that, so there could be somebody that's, one person could be very strong and powerful and you feeling confident with them in a material sense, and another person could be very sensual and responsive to you in a physical and emotional and romantic way, and so that can cause some of this conflict. And justice comes through. So justice is all about how this is all going to balance itself out. It could represent marriages and divorces. It's also so tied in with karma, because whatever you put out into the universe, you will receive back. It's like you will get your justice. Everybody will get their justice. So that's kind of the way to look at this. If anyone is being negative or wrong or evil, it's kind of like karma, the phrase karma is a bitch, or whatever. Karma comes around. Whatever comes around goes around. This karma is going to come back to that person. There's nothing that you have to do about it. If somebody is not playing fair, if somebody's not being in their their best behavior, their higher self, their positive energy, that's not your responsibility. This will come around and they will learn from it. All you have to do is focus on yourself and know that you are this beautiful, balanced person. This could also represent Libras out there. And here's the interesting thing. We have two heirs. We have the air, king and queen, and we have justice, which is Libra. It's almost like these two represent the shadow side of Libra. Like there could be sort of a like it's not fair, like angry about this an exacting kind of thing. And there's, oh my gosh, so many messages coming through. So if you're dealing in a matrix situation, a 3D matrix, and believing a certain scenario is just unfair and like fighting against it, being angry about it, then you're not going to find the resolution. There needs to be a releasing, a surrendering, a trusting the universe has a divine plan for everyone involved, and not so much resistance against this, because all this pushing against the situation is just creating more tension and a complex energy that just makes everything feel worse than it has to feel. So just let go and see it in a very higher way, you know, a higher, like, justice sometimes is blindfolded, and that represents going with the intuition and wisdom. Wisdom is real different than just logic and that kind of strategizing, planning things out, materialistic 3D matrix way of going about life in the world. There is a higher calling. This is also major arcana versus minor arcana, even though it's the court cards. We're dealing with, in court, we're dealing with people and their energies and their relationships and their connections. Oh my god, this one's very intense. So let's go ahead and see what the charms have to say. Oh, I feel like, okay, I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit first so you can see all the cards, and then we'll get some charms. So very interesting dynamics here, and you just tell me what you see in your situation. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm gonna film this all black and white, so you probably can't tell that this is a blue marble, but blue represents, in my marbles represents, all the marbles represents planet, and the blue marble represents Venus, love. So there's a love energy here. Ooh, yes, and we have the cutting of cords. So there's some energy that needs to be cut here. Something's going on. There is a strong situation though that cannot be dissolved, like a rock solid situation. And we have Shiner, Texas. That could represent place. It could be represent beer or something about somebody who's special, or a shiny person, a shiny energy. Here we have that the snowman, another snowman. I was talking about how, like, some things will be dissolved like the snow, and then you will, once it's dissolved, then you will get into your bliss and your joy. And then we have hug. We have the hanger that represents, you know, it could represent pampering yourself, buying yourself new clothes, making yourself feel better in that kind of way. Like if you really need to dive into the physical material world, then do it in a sense that's more of sprucing yourself up, or your home up, or your garden up, things like that, that kind of like environmentally or physically kind of bring in good energy. And here you have, oh, this is so perfect, look. All it takes is faith, trust, and pixie dust. This is my motto for the channel, and there's Tinkerbell, and there's her pixie dust, and it works so well because here we have trust, you know, we have trusting. And so first step is faith, believing in something that you can't see. Trust is surrendering the how, letting go and letting the universe take over. Even, you know, even if you think you know the best, actually, universe knows better. And you actually, if you know best, then you can tap into your higher self and hear what the higher self has to say. And most times you'll hear your higher self saying something that's more in tune with the universal plan than with your current 3D matrix situation. And there you got 27 and 16, some dates coming up. Oh, you got the unicorn, which represents the divine masculine. And you have, see, you have the sun and the moon within their connection. This is like very yin yang. I definitely sense, you know, like this pile too could also be a twin flame connection here. And we have 29, another date. But if not, like if you're not in that kind of situation, it's important to let go of this negative energy, this karmic energy. Either way, you know, whether you're the person that's creating this drama, whether there's somebody else, always rise above it and realize what your role is and let go of that energy. But I just don't think any of my people watching are that kind of person. You're a good person. So you've got Saint Anne, pray for us. Also Christ consciousness. And funny, we got this Christ consciousness running through the 3 piles, which kind of gives me this sense of, you know, manifesting is important, but some of you are still kind of new to that type of spiritualism. So maybe you want to go more old school into a religion that's more comfortable for you. If you're used to like praying to God or Buddha or whatever, you know, that's fine. It is a very positive energy. Whether you're praying or manifesting, they're basically the same thing, and you can call it whatever you want, you know. So namaste. The whisk, could be about mixing things up, you know, like trying to change. Like, you don't have to eat sunny side up eggs all the time. Hey, how about today you have scrambled eggs? You know, like, the solution may not be the thing that you're doing over and over again, which is it's the definition of insanity, you know, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So try to change it up, whisk it up. You got a lot of music here, and you have peace, and you have the beautiful balanced rainbow. And also shout out, you can't see the colors, but that represents the chakras being aligned and a beautiful balance coming through. And shout out to the LGBTQ community, because this also represents that your love is divine and beautiful too. And I hope you see yourself in this reading, whether you see male images, female images. It doesn't matter. The images don't matter. And what I'm saying, male or female, you can be either or neither, right? You know, and some of you are actually balancing the energies within yourself too, in order to bring in a greater love or heal a karmic pattern or debt of some sort, and so you can level up and have a better life. There's kisses and hugs coming through though. I love that. Have kisses and hugs. And a lot of you could be goats, Capricorns, or Chinese zodiac of the goat. And also goats are like leveling up, you know. Goats climb the mountains, and this to me represents ambition and climbing and achieving greater highs and higher heights, and reaching the top and getting there, you know. And so that's really lovely. So I hope you guys like that. Before I go, I'm going to shout out all my members. At the beginning of the video, you could see if you want to become a member, all you have to do is hit the join button. I definitely also love anybody who wants to be a subscriber. Subscribers are adored and loved, and even if you're just visiting, your energy is very important here. Welcome. But I'd love it if you would, you know, become part of the community a little bit tighter, so these messages can ring even more true to you. And if you want to become part of my lives on Tuesdays and Friday nights, in order to enter, you've got to have at least the $1.99 Sparkle of Life membership, so you can chat. But you definitely can watch for free, but in order to chat, you have to be a member to chat. So the members start with the Platinum Pixie at $25, and we have Cheryl Borelli, hey, Ragi, Amir Deshawn, and Claudia Lane. We have Golden Fairy Leo Sunchild, Twin Flames Louisa Silva, Jolene Sutton, and Silver Empress Tarot. Our Full of Faithers, Silver Star Priestess, Guacamole, Weird Sister Oracle, Mary Joy Lawlin, Arrow's Mind, Sunna King, Anastasia Motina, and Wolfie Baby Doll. And then Sparkles of Light, JR, Divine, Goddess, AA, Patricia, Kim, Chrissy, Jessica, Brian, Giggles, Miss Fred, Elizabeth, Luce, Unstruck, Charisma, Terry, Esmeralda, Gloria, and Luna. Thank you all so much. You are beautiful sparkles of light, and you help my world go round. And then my patrons on the Patreon page are Melanie, who's been a loyal twin flame patron for many years now, Trini, who's a Fool of Faither, Terry, who's a Fool of Faither, and Marie, who's a Pixie patron. If you want to be a patron, I appreciate your support over there too. And then you can take a look at any artwork I have. Well, I'm creating decks, and that's where you'll get the sneak peeks over there on the Patreon page of all these new decks that I'm creating. Thank you all so very much. I appreciate your love and support, and I'll see you at the next thing. I think I will see you at is my live on Tuesday night. I don't feel like anything else is coming in between that, and the next series of readings will be about spring and love and spirit baby messages and all of that kind of good stuff. So I'll see you guys around. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.